Hello, everybody, and welcome to the weekly Oracle Wisdom. My name is Natalie Sadie, for those of you joining me for the very first time. So we are having a look at the first week of September, if you can believe that's where we are. I have just recorded and am in the process of uploading the monthly Oracle Wisdom for September. So that should be live in about 15-20 minutes if you're catching this live. And I hope you've all had a wonderful Labor Day weekend. We are just going to get straight into it and have a look at what the cards have to say. Okay. First card out is celebration, parties, social events, happy outcomes, group events, socializing, going out more. So I feel like that's a perfect card for this weekend. People have had the long weekend here in the US, spending time with family and friends, all of that. So it's a week of making time to enjoy life, to celebrate, even if it's just hanging out with friends and family. There were a couple of other cards that popped out as well. So we've got crossroads, faced with choices, midst of indecision, facing the possibilities of life, rite of initiation. So this may be a week where you're having to decide what direction you're moving in. It's a shorter work week, but that doesn't change anything. And if you watch the monthly reading, there is a lot about decisions of where it is you are, where it is you want to be, and how you're getting there, and being at a point where you are having to make decisions about what direction to move in and sort of where you are and what it is you actually want to achieve. So know that that's going to sort of kick off immediately this month. And then the next card out is purpose, doing the soul work, looking for meaning in life, discovering your life's purpose, going on a spiritual journey. So I feel like this is tied to the crossroads. It's understanding really why you're here on this earth, what it is you're meant to achieve. And it's being honest about what it is you came here to do and making the choices for you to actually achieve those goals. So it may be going on a spiritual journey and leveling up in that way. We've been talking about that for the last few months, that there are a lot of us that have been called to step up spiritually, make sure we're doing the work and leveling up. But I think this week it's more about, honestly, going within and being honest about what it is we need to achieve. And that's what's going to bring us to the crossroads. It's going to bring us to a crossroads because we're going to have to make changes whenever we hit that point of like, oh, this is what it is I came here to do. There's generally things that we need to change. And I think the celebration can extend to, I finally understand what it is I'm meant to be doing and what direction I'm going in. And that can be a huge relief and a place of, okay, I finally feel like I'm on the right path. The other thing is, just because Labor Day is essentially coming to an end, it's 12 past 6 as I'm recording this, you can continue having those gatherings. We're moving into the hottest part of the year, certainly here in California. And, so stay outdoors, go and enjoy the group events that are going on and just embrace it all. Because when you're hitting these sort of deeper moments of where it is I'm meant to be moving into, you need to be able to keep levity so that things don't become overwhelming. So reconciliation jumped out, restoration of former connections, apologies, forgiveness, trying again in a different way, and conversations. So reconciliation, we have a number of planets that are retrograde. We've got Saturn and Neptune, which are retrograde. Saturn moved back into Pisces this week. I think we've got a little while before Neptune gets there. It's a slower moving planet, and it's sitting at 1 degree of Aries today. I checked it before we came on. But so it makes sense that there are things coming back from our past that we're revisiting. So maybe as you're discovering your purpose, there may be people that you need to reach out to and have conversations with. It may be that they can add something to where you're going. Sometimes forgiveness or apologizing for the way things played out, understanding the other person's point of view, if that is a conversation that needs to be had, that can just sort of put a full stop on something so that you're able to move forward and really give you closure as far as that is concerned. So be open to all of that, and be open to any conversations that come up where you need to revisit these moments. So the passion card jumped out. That was the one that I went, ooh, lustful desires, sexual connection with someone, a new passion in life, active sex life. So the new passion in life, I feel like that's tied to your purpose and crossroads. When you have that realization, it's enough to set you off on this new path. And that is super exciting. Maybe the reconciliation is somebody from your past. Sometimes we revisit things just because it's going to bring us joy and because we want to. So if that's where you're going, do that. Maybe there's somebody new that comes in and there is that very strong desire and passion. And if that's the case, enjoy it. Enjoy it all. I'm all about it. So whatever is coming up for you in terms of passion, embrace it and enjoy it. Life is too short to get in your head and question what is actually going on. And then the final card from the Ascending Life Oracle is Angel. Divinely guided, ask for help from your angels. You are protected. Pay attention to signs and dreams. So as you're navigating this place where you're doing the soul work, where you are looking for meaning and discovering your life's purpose, rely on your angels and your guides to help you. Ask them to give you messages. Ask them to give you confirmation. If you're outside, ask for a feather or maybe a butterfly or coins. And when you get the sign, acknowledge it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the message, because the more connection you have and the more communication you have, the stronger that connection and communication will become. It's quite incredible. I am very grateful that over the years I've developed a very strong connection because I started paying attention to signs and acknowledging them. And when I used to take Bumble for walks sort of later at night than I should have, I would often ask for a sign if I was doing the right thing, if I was at a crossroads. And my sign was always an owl. And I would have these birds fly in and land on the power lines above my head. They would fly in front of my face. It was really incredible. And so just know that you can ask for signs and confirmation, all of that, if you're making the right decision, if you're on the right path. And also just to know that that connection is there and know that you are protected and that the universe is taking care of you. I feel like it's a good week. We've got the celebration, we've got the passion card, and crossroads can seem scary, but realistically, it's just a moment in life where we make a choice. Do I want to stay exactly where I am, or do I want to move forward and go on this new adventure? And no answer is wrong. It's a choice that we're making, and we have free will in this world. So just know that that is there. And to me, that's super exciting. And the reconciliation, whether it be apologies, forgiveness, or just having conversations, I think that can be incredibly important to sort of feed our soul and for our own journey and growth moving forward. So I feel like everything's good. Oh. Okay, so we're moving on to the butterfly effect, and 2 cards jumped out. Breakthrough. There's an unexpected breakthrough happening in some area of your life. Fated events, unexpected messages, shocking love developments. I mean, anything could happen. So this is a week where there are going to be shifts. And again, I come back to that, the crossroads card. I feel like there's a big shift with all of that. I feel like this reconciliation card, having those conversations from the past are going to be a big part of this. And the other thing is the purpose card. When you discover your life's purpose, when you get clarity around what it is you're meant to be doing, that can absolutely blow everything wide open. So embrace all of that. I think this is so very exciting. And then the busy bee card. Expect to be busy. It might get difficult to balance your personal life and work, but if you can cut out distractions and any unnecessary drama, you'll handle it like a queen. So this is the whole thing. We've got the celebration card. We've got all these different things going on. And here in the US, we have a shorter work week. So make sure you find that balance. Don't be all work and no play, because that's not healthy for you. Make sure you are finding that balance, taking care of you and doing what's right. I feel like this is a really good week. Okay, we're going to finish up. I'm just going to pull one card from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. And what do you know what's on the back of that deck? If you watch the episode of Gemini Rising with Mary Elizabeth, we talked about why owls are important to me. And Mary Elizabeth actually gave me some clarity, and she said owls do represent your mum, and that is what she sends to you. At the same time, though, they have become your spirit animal. So they are very much a guide for me. All right, so 2 cards jumped out. Stargazer, set your sights higher. So here's the thing. I feel like so many of us have been playing it very safe. We're doing what we know we can do. We're doing it in a space where we feel very, very safe, and we can achieve this, and there's no fear of failure or anybody sort of judging us. But the reality is you're capable of so much more. So I come back to the purpose card. It's figuring out what it is you're meant to be doing. And maybe the vision will seem overwhelming, but you can absolutely do it. You're being told to set your sights higher. Don't listen to any of the naysayers. They don't want you to do it because they're too afraid to. And then the final card is High Priest. Intend and create. This is a moment for you to make the decision. It is a moment for you to set the vision, and it is time for you to start building. You have the support of the universe. And if you need more help, you just need to ask. But this is the time. This is the time for you to start and really get this going. I love this reading. I think this is a super exciting week. I love that it covers so many areas of life. Like, it is going to be a busy week, and we have to embrace it. Like I said, find balance so that you're not overwhelmed, and you are taking care of yourself. So as I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Not every reading is for every person. For those of you that are in the live, the monthly Oracle Wisdom for September is uploading as I'm live doing this. So that will be up really shortly. Make sure you go check it out. Pick a pile. It's a big month in September. Big month. So make sure you go and check that out. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe if you don't already, so that I can keep these videos coming to you. And I will see you next week. Happy Labor Day, everybody.